Next one I want to talk about is future killers in DBD. Okay, I see this one a lot. Walking Dead. Uh, Now Skull Merchant almost killed DBD, other than just being a killer in DBD, if you know what I mean. Um, who's it? Candyman, right? So I have an opinion about this, and I don't even like the opinion. You know how sometimes you believe things that you don't even want to believe it. I would I would love it to be true, but I have a kind of a I have kind of a negative view on Candyman being in the game. I don't want him not to be in the game. Sorry for the double negative, that's more confusing. I think actually, if you look at Candyman as a film and you look at Candyman as a killer, it is one of the most effective old horror movies. As a film, I would actually call the movie cinematic with its dealings with social issues, its acting, its directing, its screenplay. It is truly like a great film. I mean, it's a better film than Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, arguably Scream. Now, I'm not saying it's a, like, look, people are going to say it's better than Nightmare on Elm Street. It's a better made film. You can like Nightmare on Elm Street better. You could be more entertained. It is a better made film. It's a great film. Great acting. Um, Great villain. I think the iconic level of Candyman. I don't know if it's iconic enough. Horror movie nerds love it. But is it iconic enough for where behavior's mindset is? I'm going to change this. And I hate my title. I hate to change it to a bummer topic. And also, Tall Man, I don't think is going to be in it. Oops. Because look at the way that behavior are kind of pivoting. So they started off live action cinematic slasher, basically. Look at the picture right here. You got Ghostface, you got Bubba, you got Freddy, you got Pig. These are all live action kind of slasher horror cinema, okay? Movies. Um they started pivoting further and further away from it. So like let's see. I'll show you what I mean. Let's look at all the releases. Um well, maybe this isn't the best. Let's see. Let's see if we can find Oh yeah, let's just do wiki. The wiki seems to be okay, right? Okay, let's get the list. Okay. Where's the list? Okay. Uh yeah. Myers, king of live action film horror. Okay? Another king of live action film horror. Another king of live action film horror. Okay. Oh, did I miss Ghostface? King of live action film horror. I won't say king, but live action film horror, definitely. Okay, fine. Is this the first license that isn't live action film horror? So you got one, two, three, four, five in a row live action film horror for license. And then finally a deviation from it. Video game, movie. So back to what was more previously used as an IP after a couple uses of the video game. Live action. And then you have video game. You have tabletop strategy, you role play, video game, and then anime. They are not completely done with the live action horror, but they are seem to be pivoting away. There seems to be a pivot. And then if you look at like survivors, okay, because you could argue maybe there's a difference in the license. Live action horror, live action horror. I don't know if it's completely one to one with these. Let's see, live action horror, video game. Uh, Kind of like almost a fan fiction version of live action horror. Video game. Live action horror, video game. Single chapter too, by the way. These two, both video games, no killers. Uh, and then Dungeons with Dragons. Nicolas Cage of like a real person. Oh, by the way, I really feel like we should get more real people. I think the real people thing is really funny to me. We need to get more real people, like celebrities, or you know what I mean? Real people. Um, Here's my argument. After looking at that, you could see a little bit of a pivot. Not complete. It's not like they're just not. I'm not stating that they're not going to do any more live action horror. But look at it like this. The level they want sales. Let's just admit it. Okay. I think one of the reasons they did Tokyo Ghoul, I get an impression that that took off in all the DBD communities. I feel like in Japan that really blew up because this is just my experience of watching a couple Japanese streamers playing Kaneki. They had really high views. Really high views. I think Kaneki really blew up. Um, they're getting more reinforcement from the community for things a little bit outside of what they normally did for IPs. And they could get things more iconic than keep going down the trail and getting limited returns, diminishing returns by just doing the live action cinematic horror. So, like, you know, Kaneki is going to get more excitement. Like, look, even Laura Croft. I mean, if they're doing Laura Croft, how many big name IPs can they justify to get? Where do they want to get someone with less excitement that just happens to fit into the old cookie cutter way of doing IPs? And so on top of that, I feel like Tall Man. Oh, every once in a while I see this. I see Tall Man. Dude, it makes me sad, guys, because I love this movie. I absolutely. What are the exact heights? I love this movie. There we go. That's him talking about it. Oh, 3 weeks ago. See, dude. Oh, I don't know if I can watch this on here. I don't want to steal his content. But this is exactly what I was talking about. This is 3 weeks ago. There's Twitter drama about Tall Man. Well, I don't know what the Twitter drama is. But man, I'd be shocked if Phantasm. See, the Tall Man is what we like to think of a cinematic slasher killer. This is the old cookie cutter way of doing the IP for DBD. He's just not that well known. He's so niche. I think sometimes people who get into genre films, they forget about some of the things they like are so not cared about. Like, I don't think anyone gives a rat's tuchus about Tall Man when you talk about, like, things that'll get hype. I love it, dude. Imagine. Like, the movie's so crazy too. Like, imagine him doing the whole boy coming out of a mirror or something. Like, TPing out of a mirror. Boy! I mean, I think it would be amazing. I memed that with Wesker for like weeks. Boy! Dude, we laughed so hard when we saw that. But I just don't think he could carry hype. I think it's cool. I don't think you're going to see him in there, man. I think there's going to be a lot of surprises. Like Laura Croft. Is Castlevania a surprise? Nicolas Cage certainly was a shocker. I think there's going to be more surprise IPs where they go outside of the cookie cutter way to get IPs. Okay. Third topic. Is that enough about how Candyman and Tall Man? Okay. Here's the thing. I think there's other killers that fall in line with this too. I've seen some other ones where I'm like, oh God, you wish. Some of the like Predator I could see. Predator is a bigger IP where I could see it. Some of these ones were like, is this killer going to be in DBD? Predator I could see, but I think, yeah, dude, yeah, I would love that, man. It's not going to happen, though. You got to remember, predicting what an IP is going to be, you have to take your bias out and think about the players. I don't think that Matthew Cote is a Tall Man fanboy that at the cost of sales, he's going to go by this antiquated approach to receiving IPs. I don't think he works that way. I think he's looking to expand the game. That's why, if you look at Five Nights at Freddy's, that's not a stretch because it's horror. It really isn't. I mean, it fits. But it's not how they used to do IPs. But they're they're doing something that the community is perceiving this too, and I agree. Yeah, Schmuckles here. And I think Schmuckles is great. You see this guy, Schmuckles? Me, you, and Schmuckles are gonna go, fuck yeah. And then for every 100 people, the other 97 people are going, oh, that's like a movie. Dude, shit like Castlevania, half of the fan base was like, oh yeah, I've heard of that. Never played it. Like, and that's Castlevania. That's actually like low-key amazing that you could not encounter not play Castlevania. Oh, Art the Clown, yeah. No. Art the Clown's in. I have a predict. Let's see. Even if this comes to fruition, we might forget that I predicted this. By 2017, so sometime this year or next year, we get Art the Clown. I'm predicting it. Because they have to work. Matthew Cote to get IPs, he's working way ahead of time. He says his job. He says there's people on DBD doing stuff about the game now. Balancing, perks, what's the game like, party mode stuff. Okay, he's doing the game in the future, okay? He's in 2017. They're booked up to 2017. I believe before 2017 or early 2017 as the latest, we're going to see Art the Clown. That one I believe. And that's actually fits into my thesis. Hype is a bigger independent variable at this point in the game than horror as a staple. And it's horror as a staple, and it's the hype train. They're going to do Art the Clown.